welcome to the very first episode of Greetings from Fiber for the People headquarters. This is a place where I dedicate the entire time sharing with you what's going to be in the upcoming update. And for us, that means tomorrow's update. There is going to be a shop update for Fiber for the People tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's really not very far from now. So I just want to go ahead and share with you some of the yarn that you'll be able to purchase in tomorrow's update. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, some news as to what I'm going to be offering in the shop. There are some adoptions I have made. I have adopted a new yarn base and I'm really excited to share that with you. It is a new fingering weight sock base, a 490 yard, 100 gram, 3-ply 100% superwash merino base. I love it so much. I have a few colorways here that I'm going to share that base with. It's just amazing. It's heavenly. It's like a yarn pillow. I love it so much. Also, in addition to that, I am going to be featuring minis that are just slightly more weighty than the previous minis I had been offering. I had been offering in the past 80 yards, 20 gram minis, which is enough to do a heel, cuff, and a toe of a sock, but I wanted to provide something a little bit more than that just so you have that extra insurance. And also, if you plan on using the minis in other ways other than just contrasting heels, cuffs, and toes, you kind of have a little bit more to work with there. So we will have minis in the shop in various different colors, and the minis will be 100 yards and 25 grams. So you have a little bit more to work with there. These are just two of the colors that will be available. There will be lots and lots of minis in the shop for you guys to purchase to either contrast with some of your other Fiber for the People colorways or to use in projects however you see fit. So that's something to look forward to in the next update. Let's go ahead and get started talking about the colorways that are going to be in tomorrow's update. There are going to be some returning favorites to the shop. I'm going to go ahead and start with Crawdads. Crawdads will be returning to the shop. Here it is on my singles base. So we will have Crawdads on singles. I will also have Crawdads on the loft base here, as well as my new downy sock base, which is my tri-ply or my 3-ply sock base, which is just amazing. But right here, I'm just showing it to you on my loft base and on my singles base. But definitely look for Crawdads in the shop. It is going to be there, and it is beautiful. I love it so much. So I'm excited to bring this back. Another returning colorway that I have is Craigh Nadeem. Now Craigh Nadeem is going to be in the shop in the form of sock sets. So here we have a Craigh Nadeem sock set. And the contrasting colorway here is called Stone. It's a really beautiful stone gray, almost like a concrete gray color. And it's, you know, even silver maybe, but it's a really great complement to the Craigh Nadeem colorway and perfect for somebody who's looking for a little bit more of an earthy sock. We see lots of really punchy, colorful socks. This is great for somebody looking for a more earth-toned sock, or even if you want to make socks for the man in your life. It's perfect all around for anybody, in my opinion. So I'm really excited to be bringing Craigh Nadeem sock sets to the shop in tomorrow's update. They will be featured on my Taylor's Favorite base, which is a 2-ply 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and it is so soft and squishy. I love it so much. I need to knit a pair of socks like this. This is perfect. I love socks like this. I know what Craigh Nadeem looks like when it's knit up, and it's really very beautiful. And with this contrasting color, I just think this would make such an interesting pair of socks. So look for that in tomorrow's update. But you can also find Craigh Nadeem in a solo skein. But here's the catch about this one. This batch of Craigh Nadeem came out a little bit muted. So this is going to be called Craigh Nadeem Lite. And you guys, it is gorgeous. It is obviously the same color family as what we see in regular Craigh Nadeem, just a little bit more subdued. So here is Craigh Nadeem Lite. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's just like a pastel version of Craigh Nadeem. Oh, I love it so much. Very, very pretty. Those tobacco colors. Oh gosh. Yeah, so you can find Craigh Nadeem Lite on my 80/20. You can find it on my DK base and a few other bases. So this will be on multiple bases in the shop in tomorrow's update. Another returning colorway is Bird of Paradise. I haven't had Bird of Paradise in the shop since the second shop update and the shop launch, and I love this colorway so much. It's so fresh and zesty, and it looks just like the Bird of Paradise flower. It has all of those colors in there, and I love it. I have it on multiple bases. I'm going to show it to you here on my twisty singles base. This is 100% superwash merino single ply, and it is gorgeous. Look at those fun, springy, summery colors. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, look at those speckles right there. Hello. Love Bird of Paradise so much. Such a fun, like I said, zesty colorway. That is it on Twisty Singles. Here it is on my loft base. This is my 75-25 superwash merino nylon. It's a little bit, I don't know, I guess you could say less saturated on the loft base. I have noticed that to be the case with the loft base. It tends to be, takes dye a little bit more. It doesn't take dye as heavily as some of the other bases, but it works perfectly for this yarn base. So I love this so much. So that is Bird of Paradise on Loft, Bird of Paradise on Twisty Singles. And I will also have Bird of Paradise on my Lofty DK base. This is a beautiful 100% superwash merino 4-ply DK weight yarn. Absolutely beautiful. The superwash merino in this DK weight yarn is an extra fine merino. So if you paid attention in the last podcast, that means it has a pretty high micron count, but it's gorgeous. Love the DK weight yarn. Super soft, super squishy, but durable at the same time. Beautiful. So this will also be in the shop in tomorrow's update. So this is Bird of Paradise. Another returning favorite to the shop is Granny's Tea Dress. I love this colorway so much. I love dyeing this colorway. I love the way it looks soaking wet. I love the way it looks dry. I'm just so excited to bring this back to the shop. So here we have Granny's Tea Dress, and I'm showing it to you right now on Twisty Singles at the top here. And this is that new beautiful downy sock base, that 3-ply 100% superwash merino, just pillowy yarn. I love it so much. So let's get a closer look at Twisty Singles here. So here is Granny's Tea Dress on Twisty Singles. Pull that down a little bit so you can see. Oh my goodness. Look at those speckles, you guys. The beautiful pistachio and blush with those amethyst speckles just make my heart sing. I love this so much. Have I mentioned that? It's just delicious. My friend Sarah, who works at the local yarn store here in Vegas, she actually named this colorway. She came up with the idea for the name, sent it to me, and I thought, yes, that is exactly what this looks like. Granny's Tea Dress is perfect, so thank you, Sarah. And here it is on my downy sock base. You know, this, I mean, it's beautiful. Just look at how beautiful this yarn is. I mean, come on, people. This is absolutely scrumptious. It is so squishy and soft and lovely. Oh, do you see this? I mean, come on. But I'm going to be honest with you. You won't understand the full glory of this skein until you have it in your hands. It is insane. Absolutely. I mean, don't you just want to eat this? Like, it looks like raspberry cheesecake. I want to eat that. So that is Granny's Tea Dress on my downy sock base, and it's amazing. So, so beautiful. Returning to the shop is Seagull, and I'm so excited to have Seagull in the shop. I love dyeing this because this colorway just makes me so happy. It looks just like what you can imagine a seagull would look like if it were a skein of yarn, just the perfect colors. And the black, yellow, gray, scheme is just amazing. So I'm going to show you here. So here is Seagull across 3 different bases right now. I'm going to show it to you one by one. Let's show you with the downy sock base first. This is that new base that I have, my 3-ply. Oh god, but look at that yellow. You guys. Oh my, and that black and that gray. I mean, come on. Are you serious? Yeah, that is amazing. This base is fastly becoming my favorite. And I already have a favorite. My 2-ply is my favorite, but this is just scrumptious. I can't even tell you. Oh, yes. Okay, that's ridiculous. There should be like a parental guidance rating on these things. So anyway, this is Seagull. This is my downy sock base. This is gorgeous. I also am going to offer it on my Twisty Singles base, which is also immaculate. Absolutely delicious. Looks like little baby bird feathers on the singles base. Those speckles. I mean, I can't even. I'm going to have it on DK, which is exciting. This is the first time it has been on my Lofty DK base. Like I said, this is 100% superwash merino. This is a 4-ply DK weight yarn, and it's great. Love it. That is the DK base. pull this down a little bit to reveal what it's hiding. There you go. And then I will also have it on my loft base, which is my 4-ply 75/25, a great go-to sock yarn. Definitely love this. Oh, yes. So that is Seagull, and there will be lots of skeins of Seagull in the shop for tomorrow's update, so definitely work fast. This colorway flies off the shelf, so definitely work fast if this is something that you've been eyeballing, but this is Seagull. Okay, we will also have Punk Music Made Me Do It back in the shop. However, it will also be a light version as well. The Punk Music Made Me Do It and Craigh Nadeem were dyed on the same day. Obviously, they're not the same colorway, but there was something about that day. I just kind of went a little light on my colors. It was a really, really hot day. I remember it, and I think that that's just what happened. That's how it translated that day. So this is Punk Music Made Me Do It Light, and the sock set as well will be Punk Music Made Me Do It Light. So I'm going to start by showing you this amazing sock set. You guys, I love this. It's so unique and so different, and I think you're going to love it too. So here is Punk Music Made Me Do It in a sock set. So the chartreuse is our contrasting heels, cuff, and toe, and it just goes so well as a nice pop of color with the chartreuse that we have here and the mauve kind of fuchsia that's coming through up here with the black speckle. I am loving this. So this is the Punk Music Made Me Do It Light sock set, and this will be on my 80/20 Taylor's favorite base. Oh yeah, I mean, come on. So beautiful. And then I will also have solo skeins of Punk Music Made Me Do It across multiple bases. And this is on 80/20, just like what you saw in the sock base. But this is the solo skein. It's being blown out just a little bit by the lights, but it's gorgeous. But yes, it is certainly light. This is not, I won't be purposely repeating Punk Music Made Me Do It like this, just because that wouldn't be Punk Music Made Me Do It. This is almost, if you're familiar with my Barn Owl colorway, this is like if Punk Music Made Me Do It and Barn Owl had a love child. That's what it would look like. So that will also be in the shop, and it's gorgeous. I love these so much. Something about, you know, little happy accidents like that, I guess, just works out, and it's really, really, really very beautiful. So that is Punk Music Made Me Do It, and these beauties will be in the shop in tomorrow's update. Let's talk about Lucky Strikes. There are 4 new Lucky Strikes that will be in the shop in tomorrow's update, and I am obsessed with all of them. As you may be familiar, Lucky Strikes always come out a little bit more pastel. They're not very rich and saturated in color. If you don't know what Lucky Strikes are, head over to the website, check out the blog portion of the website. There is a post there where I talk about how I get my Lucky Strike colorways. It's really interesting, and it lets you know a little bit more about the process that goes into this. All Lucky Strike colorways are one of a kind, and so anything that you see here, I can't guarantee that I can recreate it. However, I have had instances of some Lucky Strikes looking very similar to previous ones, but it's not something that I can guarantee a reproduction. So these are true one-of-a-kinds. Okay, so the first Lucky Strike I'm going to share with you is Blush and Bashful. If you are familiar with Steel Magnolias, that's where I got the inspiration for this color. It is a beautiful blushing pink color with really pretty gray highlights, or lowlights, I guess you could say. This is on the Twisty Singles base, and it is stunning. I absolutely adore this. There are only 2 skeins of this available, so if you like it, work fast. These always seem to go, these are some of the first skeins I see to get picked up along with others in the shop. So this is Blush and Bashful. I will also have Sunburn as a Lucky Strike in the update tomorrow on Twisty Singles. So this is Sunburn, a really pretty kind of terracotta color with some splotches of rust throughout that might be hard to see here. Just random splotches in there. Beautiful colorway, very interesting. So that is Sunburn, again on Twisty Singles. And then we have Hazel. Hazel will be featured on my 3-ply Downy sock base, and this is just a beautiful, pale, glassy, I don't know, teal color almost, just very, 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 very pale teal color, and there are splashes of mauve and fuchsia throughout, and they give it kind of a hazily look. And this is on my, like I said, my Downy sock base. It is a 3-ply 100% superwash merino, and it is gorgeous. So that is Hazel. And then, last but not least, Silk Slip is another Lucky Strike, and this is so romantic and vintagey. Ugh, I love it so much. I apologize. It is so warm in the house right now, so I needed to pull the hair away from my face because I was starting to get a little misty under there. Okay, so as I was saying, I have Silk Slip. This is my last Lucky Strike colorway, and I love it so much. Very vintagey, antique-y, kind of romantic colorway. And here it is. It's a beautiful nude, but what's really special about this, and I'm not sure if you can see it here, but there are blush pinks and fuchsias running through the nude color. Oh, that just make it so intriguing. Like you can maybe see right in there, I don't know. Yeah, kind of a little bit right there. This is definitely a color that is just so much more gorgeous in person than maybe on camera right now, but I love it so much. The color, that fuchsia that kind of comes through in there, almost makes it seem iridescent. It's really strange, but it's beautiful. And then, of course, you're going to get some freckles in there as well. That's kind of the nature of Lucky Strikes, but that adds to the kind of uniqueness of the colorway. So this is Silk Slip on my Taylor's Favorite base, which is an 80/20 Superwash Merino nylon. Okay, so let's talk about some of the new colorways coming to the shop. I have a few new ones that I'm really, really excited to share with you. I want to start with my kind of, it's almost like a fall colorway that I'm just releasing early to kind of see what you guys think. But you guys, I'm obsessed with this. I showed it to my mom and she's crazy about it. My husband's crazy about it. It's just so good. I don't even know. I don't know how else I can explain it, but it's just so good. I love it so much. I'm calling this Navajo Rug because that was the first thing that came to mind when the color was dry and I had it all wrapped up in a skein. These colors together, they're a knockout. So here it is. This is Navajo Rug. This that you're seeing right now is on my Loft base, which is a 75/25 Superwash Merino nylon. We have here really deep teal with a pretty rust kind of red. There are some brown speckles going throughout here. There are some really pretty pear colored speckles happening in here. Some really dark teal speckles going on in there. It's just kind of a variety of deep, warm colors and deep, cool colors together, and it is so interesting. I'm really tempted to dye up a sweater's quantity of this to knit my Rhinebeck sweater in because it's so fascinating. I just love it. I haven't really seen a combination like this recently. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I just haven't seen it, and so this is really intriguing to me. So I love this. This is on my Loft base, and then I'm also going to be providing it. I'm going to have it on a few bases, including DK, but I'm showing it to you here on my Singles base and on my Loft base. My Singles base is very saturated and rich and beautiful. It just really grabbed that color, and it is just so stunning. I love it so much. Look at that. Like, come on. Gorgeous. So this is called Navajo Rug. It will be on multiple bases. Right here you're seeing it on my Singles, my Twisty Singles base, and previously I showed it to you on my Loft base. And the two of those together, so you can kind of see the dynamic of the colorway across the different bases, are here. Now, like I said before, the Loft base always tends to be a little bit more muted than other bases, which is the case with the other bases I'm offering this colorway on. You'll notice that they're all just a little bit more rich than the Loft base. But that's part of the magic of hand dyeing yarn. So this is Navajo Rug, and you guys, it is just spectacular. I love it so much. So here is the next new colorway that I'm super excited to share with you guys. When it came out of the pot, and even in the process of dyeing it, I was so excited because I knew I was just going to love it so much, and I knew that you guys were going to love it as well. So this is called Summer Dropcloth. This is the summer version of the Dropcloth series. As you may know, I have spring Dropcloth, and now I have summer Dropcloth. So here it is on my Loft base, and oh my goodness. This is just a beautiful gray-based yarn with amazing, colorful speckles throughout the skein, creating that dropcloth effect that we all love. And you guys, I can't get enough of this colorway. I mean, look at that. Like, please. I love it so much. The colors in the speckles are really, really beautiful, and they go really, really well together. I can't wait to see what you guys knit with this because I just think it is so lovely. So here is summer dropcloth on my loft base, and we have it on my twisty singles right here. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna have to like put a muzzle on because, like I said, we'll be here forever. It's absolutely gorgeous. So vibrant on this base. And then I also have summer dropcloth on my new Downy sock base, which is my 3-ply. And here it is on the Downy sock base. Oh yeah. What? Oh, and you guys, I can't, oh, I always have to squish it. It's just so good. All right, so this is summer dropcloth. It will be available on multiple bases, but I'm showing it to you here on my Downy sock base, my loft base, and my twisty singles base, and it is magical. Okay, this next colorway is just special. It's very precious. As I was dyeing this, you know, as soon as I did the base of this colorway, I just knew whatever was going to happen to it was going to be beautiful, and it certainly hit that mark. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. It is called Possibly Maybe, and that is the name of a Bjork song, and I'm a huge Bjork fan, and I don't know why that came to me when I was naming this yarn. I really don't know, but that's what it's called, and it fits in my opinion. So this is Possibly Maybe. This is featured on a beautiful peach kind of blossomy base that you see here. Very lovely pink color. It's getting a little bit blown out by the lights, but it is so gorgeous with these teal speckles, the berry speckles throughout there, some more golden pear color that's happening in there, some chartreuse greens coming through. It's just very, very special in my opinion. Oh, you guys, I love it so much. So this is called Possibly Maybe. This one right here that I'm showing you now is on my singles base. I have it across multiple bases. I don't have a lot of this because it was kind of an experimental colorway, but it will be coming back for sure because I'm obsessed with it. That was my twisty singles base. This is my Downy sock base, my 3-ply, the new base that I'm adding to the shop this update. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Yeah, like, really? Oh, be still my heart. You guys. I become a basket case, like an emotional mess. It just makes me so happy. Oh, look at that. Just peeking out from in there. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that is it on my Downy sock base, and then I am featuring it on my Taylor's Favorite base as well, the 80/20. So here it is on my Taylor's Favorite 80/20 2-ply. Oh, those speckles. I mean, come on. It's just so juicy. Yeah, so I love this. I love the softness of it, not only like literally the softness of the yarn, but the softness of the color, the gentle aspect to the speckles. Even though they are bright contrasty colors, there's just something about them playing against that beautiful peachy background that just makes it so soft and appealing. I just love it so much. So this is my new colorway called Possibly Maybe, and I cannot wait for you to hold this in your hands and experience the amazingness that is this colorway. It is just delightful, you guys. So Possibly Maybe will be in the shop tomorrow across multiple bases. The next colorway that I want to share with you is called Seagrass, and it is a beautiful gray-based, earthy colorway with pretty teals and chartreuse greens in there, plus really pretty maroon speckles throughout. It is outstanding. So beautiful, so unique, so vibrant. but yet earthy at the same time with speckles that just pop. I love this so much. My favorite version of this is the Twisty Singles, but I love every single version of this. And this is the Twisty Singles. So this is Seagrass Twisty Singles. I also have Seagrass on my Downy sock base. So here it is on the Downy sock base. Just stunning. I love it so much. I'm telling you though, these Downy sock base skeins, it's like fitting 10 pounds of flour in a 5-pound sack when it comes to the label. It's like you have to really work at it to scooch it down. Oh, look at this. Like, what? Come on. Oh yeah. So this is Seagrass on my Downy sock base. And then I'm also going to be offering Seagrass on my loft base. So here is Seagrass on my loft base. I almost said sea glass. Let's move that a little bit. Oh, you guys. Okay, so there's those speckles happening throughout there. That teal, that chartreuse on that gray. Just look. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So I'm really, really excited to have this in the shop. This will definitely be returning. I'm obsessed with this. It's one of my new favorite colorways. It's gorgeous. So I will have Seagrass on my loft base. I will have Seagrass on my Downy sock base and on my singles base. All three of those I have right here. And they're amazing. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, please. Make sure that if you haven't already, you head over to the website right now, sign up for the newsletter. In order to do that, all you have to do, go to the homepage, scroll down to the bottom. There's a newsletter subscription box. It says subscribe, type in your email address, hit subscribe, do it now. Not only does it keep you updated on what's going to be in the shop, there are always promotions in the newsletter for newsletter subscribers only. So you have to have the newsletter coming to you in order to receive those promotions. So definitely do that. If you would like to see more photos of any of the skeins that I've showed you here, make sure that you follow on Instagram at fiber.for.the.people. You can see more photos of these skeins there. You can also see images of my process and various different things like that. So make sure that you follow over on Instagram. Also, as you may know, if you are watching this, you do know that I have a podcast called Wool Needles Hands, a knitting podcast. You probably made it to this video from that video, but if not, if you happen to see this before that, definitely check out the Wool Needles Hands podcast. You can find it here on the Wool Needles Hands channel. Episode 13 is out and ready for your viewing pleasure, so definitely check that out. And you can also follow over on Instagram for the Wool Needles Hands Instagram page, which is at Wool Needles Hands. So thank you so much for taking the time to check out what's going to be in the Fiber for the People update. So make sure to be at the website tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time so you have a chance to snag any of the beautiful skeins that you saw here or over on Instagram. I am so excited to see you guys tomorrow at the update, and thank you so much for taking the time to check out my yarn. Until next time, in preparation for the next update, which won't be until mid-August, have a great day, have a wonderful week, happy knitting, happy yarning, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!